right, Haley's question is up next. She says, I'm 32, I'm a school counselor, and I make approximately $65K. Homes here are around $400 to $500K. Does it even make sense to try to save for a down payment? I'm scared I couldn't cover house emergencies. So when I read that, I just it felt, there's so much defeatedness in this question. Could you speak to the mindset about when it's right to buy a house, when it's right to rent, and kind of help her out?
Well, let me ask you this first. If someone's starting out, someone's thinking about wanting to buy a house, where's somewhere they could go to get some information about hey, how do I buy a house? What's something someone can point to?
Funny you should ask. Moneyguy.com/resources. But truly, we have 2 really great free resources that are there for you. There's a house buying checklist that's going to help you think through the location, the cost, the finance breakdown, how long you're going to be in the house, and all of these factors that should go into your decision and helping you know if it's even right to buy a house. And then also we've got a home buying calculator that's going to do a lot of the math for you and show you how much you can afford in buying a house by Money Guy rules to kind of keep you on track and in the safety zone. So definitely go to moneyguy.com/resources to check those out. For sure. So start there. That would be a fantastic place to start.
A great place to start. And so that's for people who know that they want to buy a home. Haley, I'm going to argue, I think you may even be just a step before that. I think you might be one tick before that. Because the question that I would have is, okay, do you want to buy a home? Why do you want to buy a home? There's been this idea that, all right, in this country, I have to graduate high school. And then immediately following high school, I have to go get a 4-year degree from an institution that someone's had their name of. And even if I got to rack up a bunch of debt to do that, I'm going to do that. And then at some point, perhaps I get married. Maybe I don't, but I got to buy a house. That's the next step. And then I buy the house, and then I do this, and then I do this, and then I do this. That's not the case anymore.
You don't have to.
Right? You don't have to. You need to define for you, what are your goals? Now, if your goal is home ownership, even at $65,000, even with houses costing $500,000, do I think it's possible? Yeah, I do think it's possible, but it might not be possible today. One of the things that's really interesting is we actually track these stats very, very closely. Daniel, correct me if I'm wrong on this. The age of first-time home buyers right now in this country, 36 years old. And it's been steadily increasing. Now, I'm not going to say is that good or bad. It's different. It just is. It's very stoic mentality. It just is. I think one of the reasons is because houses have gotten more expensive. I mean, people are waiting later in life to do certain things, but houses have gotten more expensive. Here's what you don't want to do, Haley. You don't want to force yourself into buying a house that you can't afford because you don't have funds to be able to do the repairs. I think it's very wise of you to recognize that. But if you have a goal, even at a $65,000 income of being a homeowner, I think it's definitely a goal that you can save for. And what I think is awesome is people are getting really, really creative right now. Like you said that the homes in your area are $400,000 to $500,000. I wonder if there are duplexes, or I wonder if there are ways that you can house hack. Do any of those $500,000 homes have a garage room with separate interest? Is there something to where, okay, maybe me and another person can co-live in this house and I can charge them rent and I can house hack to be able to afford it. Now, you still don't want to do that stuff until you have the down payment, and you don't want to do that stuff until you have an emergency fund that can cover the repairs necessary for the house. And it's going to take time. I don't think you need to fall into the trap that at 32 years old, everybody owns a home. I know a lot of 32-year-olds that don't own homes yet, and that's okay. If it is something you prioritize, it's something you can work towards, but you have to, unfortunately, it's going to take time. Now, who knows what happens? Maybe interest rates come down, home affordability increases. Maybe in certain markets, we see home prices start to decline and affordability increases. Maybe you said you're a school counselor. Yeah, man, that's kind of hard because I don't know that the pay, I don't think pay raises happen a ton unless you go do additional education type stuff specifically for that. But it's a goal that you can save towards, and it's a goal that you can achieve. It's just going to be one of those longer term goals. It's going to be something that you have to be pretty diligent about. And I would rather you make the decision slowly and make it well than make it quickly and it possibly risk putting the rest of your financial life in jeopardy.
Yeah. No, good answer. I mean, at the end of the day, it's okay. You don't have to be at this point just because you feel like people are telling you you should be at this point. It's like, what's actually right for you?
Yep.